Greetings to everyone. I, Shratawari, once again would like to welcome all the viewers of the YouTube channel My Wings of Perception. Readers can also catch stories on the blog storiesbyshratawari.blogspot.com. This story is published under the title Your Life and My Words. Link is shared in the description box. I am on top of the world today as my today's interviewee is not only an experienced doctor, also a brave COVID warrior. I feel honored to interview Dr. Gunjan Aggarwal Mittal, a responsible citizen and a symbol of humanity and patriotism. She owns a beautiful heart which is ruled over by her magnificent personality to influence many people along with her patients. Whereas it was difficult for common people to stay back at the home, she worked unstoppably during this pandemic situation of COVID 19 to make sure that the patients could safely return back to their home. Now, without any further delay, let us hear some of her sweet and sour experiences and the journey behind the success. Good afternoon, ma'am. First of all, I am thankful to you to spare your valuable time for giving me this opportunity to take your interview. I request to share you I request you to share some of the vital highlights about your professional career and family life.
Thank you, Shreya, for your kind words, beta. And about my professional life, it's my dream to become a doctor since my childhood. My father was a doctor, so I pursued in the field of medicine. I joined my medical college MBBS in 1996, then did my post graduation and finished my post graduation by 2006. And since then, I am pursuing in the field of medicine. I have an I have an academic career also. I have an academic teaching and teaching experience as well as yeah, seeing patients and everything. So it has been great working. There are multiple things those keep on happening in life, and we just keep on learning everything. Yeah.
Nice to hear that, ma'am. So, ma'am, can we say that being a doctor is not just a profession, rather, it is a big responsibility towards the future of mankind?
Definitely it is. And first of all, I think it's a passion, and it's a passion towards you, towards which you just proceed. And what if you love something in your life? Yeah, definitely things become easier to carry on, whether to deal with your personal family issues or to deal with the difficult patients. I think you can carry on things uh, with the level of satisfaction that you have. uh, Bas.
Great, ma'am. So, ma'am, coming from a doctor's background, was it easy for you to become a doctor?
um yeah, I have dreams to become a doctor, seeing my father. But yeah, I have to be grilled like any other young doctor who has to pursue the dream. And um Baki, it's if it's your passion and your love, you just go on, and things start falling in the place, and you just keep on working.
Yes, beautiful thought, ma'am. So,
Never you never have to put an effort towards those things. You just flow with the thing, just stay focused, and just keep on working. Whatever comes has to be there. Like, people usually, when we were young, relatives used to be uh, very much this thing ki, नाइट ड्यूटी भी कर रहे हो, फिर मॉर्निंग भी कर रहे हो, देयर आर सो मेनी वर्किंग आवर्स. बट आई हैव नेवर फेल्ट इट like if I have a 36 hours work, I have a 36 hours work. If I have a 48 hours work, I have a 48 hours work. And I've never felt like it's too much for me, or you don't feel tired then if you are just enjoying your work.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, your answer definitely reflects the passion that you have for doctor, for being a doctor. So, I
Yeah.
would like to ask you, as you have witnessed many cases of COVID-19 very closely, so would you like to share your experience with our viewers?
Uh, Dealing with COVID-19, I think if we can say it's just the 3 or 4% which become severe COVID. Otherwise, generally people are presenting with normal cough and fever, and yeah, some people whom our Prime Minister Modi ji said that some people have to be stay really safe. Those people who are having underlying diseases like diabetes, blood pressure. They have to be really safe. Otherwise, because see, those people become if they are secluding themselves, but their family is going out, then they become exposed. And people who are suffering, only 3 to 4% people who are getting really serious, and probably there was a loss of life also. That ways, and 96% of the patient approximately are getting well with the treatment, and they are going home, and they are actually doing well now also. We are in touch with those patients. um, and about yeah, working in a COVID atmosphere, listening so much about it, it makes you fearful, but at the same time, it's your responsibility. And with all the gears that we were provided with our N95 mask and the whole thing, we used to wear, and we used to see the patients. And probably there was a loss of life more in the starting of the disease, but as the disease progressed and as the days progressed, we all were getting experience of the drugs that we are giving, uh, and about the approach and how early the approach has to be taken. So people were saved also with the right kind of and the timely approach. So it's an evolving thing. Everyone is learning, and the more and more the time is passing, I think the care towards a COVID patient is getting better. And if we can actually save lives, that's a big satisfaction. If I mean, a doctor can get.
Well, having doctors like you actually makes everyone feel satisfied, and you all are doing so awesome job, and you are working unstoppably to fight coronavirus, and you are spreading awareness also. So that is a great deal. So, ma'am, as you are a very good consultant, then I will like to put up my next question. You have received awards from fellow Indian College of Physician
Yeah.
and executive member of Delhi Diabetic Forum. So I want to know how you treat your patients. Do you treat them psychologically also besides medicine? Like, do you also advise them nutritional diets and exercises to keep them fit?
Can you please repeat your question? I've missed there was some internet issue.
Yes, ma'am, sure. So, ma'am, you have received awards like Fellow Indian College of Physician and Executive Member of Delhi Diabetic Forum. So, I want to know how you treat your patients. Do you treat them psychologically also besides medicines? And like, do you advise them nutritional diets and exercises?
See, Shreya, it's the if you talk about health, it is not only a physical well-being; it's about your mental and social well-being also. So, if you are treating anyone out of any disease, unless and until we actually concentrate on their mental parameters also, then the treatment always remains incomplete. Anyways, treatment includes their lifestyle modifications of the in terms of their diet, in terms of their physical activities, definitely. So that all becomes a physical part. But yeah, if you have to achieve a health, then you have to concentrate on the on both the on all three parameters: social, mental, and physical well-being of anyone.
Yes, ma'am. So, how do you manage your time to balance between family and patients?
Following a particular following your most feasible timetable, I think works well. And I have fortunately have a very helping family. In I have a son who is in eighth. Most of the time does things on his own. And my husband is also a doctor. So yeah, I have a very helpful family, so they take care of themselves well, and it all goes.
Great, ma'am. So, ma'am, I would like to know what is the biggest fear or barrier you have faced in your life?
Worst fear. Uh, Worst time was when we were made to sit at home during when this COVID started. One of our patients who was transferred to the other hospital tested positive, and there was so much of fear everywhere that since we were treating that patient, we were made to sit at home. That so as per uh, as per thinking, if we have treated someone who is COVID positive, we are already COVID positive. Even after the time we tested negative, then also we were isolated for another 1 month. That was the worst time when actually the society needed us most, and we were made to sit at home forcibly, even showing all documents that we have tested negative. But it's a force that you have to be at home because you have treated a COVID positive patient. I mean, that was a starting time. Uske baad to it hardly matters. You know, we have treated, I don't know how many thousands of patients have come to Maharaja Agresane for this thing, and so we've treated so many of them, and I think it has become a part of life, and things are now. They say that it is a it is a new normal.
Yes, definitely. It's a slogan recently launched. So, I would like to know, ma'am, what is your, what if you get a chance to reform a custom in the society? So, what would that be?
Um, what makes me actually feel bad is a sex discrimination, and um, probably a social discrimination in terms of economic parameters. Those are the two things, and possibly I think literacy. So I think if literacy is there, most of the things will itself be resolved in terms of gender bias and social discrimination. So once I think everybody is treated as same, our society is quite at par with the other communities, because there is so much of knowledge and so much of dedication that is there in probably our genes and our in Indians basically. So if once they are actually through with their own thoughts and biases, I think everybody we can actually rise above the thinkable levels.
Yes, ma'am, I totally agree with that. So, ma'am, Along with this, I would like to ask, like, if ever you faced any situation where people became partial to you because of your gender.
Because of my gender, not really. My parents have ever they never discriminate us in terms of genders. We are two sisters, and so it's uh, never a die hard feeling that we should have a brother. And yeah, in our profession, I never feel so. mm, I have never felt so in terms of gender bias, but that I see in the society, or maybe in a common house, common Indian house. Yeah, it is there.
Yes, ma'am, it's still there. We'll try our best to remove it.
Many of our patients, they talk about the number of children they have, or how many sons they have. They don't even count daughters.
Mm, yes, ma'am. This is actually a very bad
Hmm.
mindset. Mm. So moving on to other question,
Hmm.
let's go forward. Nowadays, more and more people are becoming victims of depression. So what would you like to suggest to our viewers to get rid of depression?
I think depression mostly, it's an overrated term. Many a time, it is depression is an overrated term in terms of, if a person is anxious, he's not sleeping, maybe he's not talking, maybe some people are actually engulfed in their work, but they're very loosely labeled as कि ये depressed है. Depression is actually itself a disease. It's a symptom. It actually has so many of the characteristics. If we have to label someone as depression, it is not important if somebody is not talking to you, or engrossed in their work, or they're anxious because of many social parameters, or maybe their physical parameters, or maybe they're overthinkers. But no, you cannot label everyone as a depression. Baki, if we talk about depression in today's society, I think people, they want a progress very fast early in life. Like, they will probably not put, they are putting their 100% or not, but actually everybody wants to be in category A very soon. Everybody wants to be very rich. Everybody wants to be at the top of the society, and if they are not achieving, then like children, even like the news that we hear these days, बच्चों ने 10th और 12th के रिजल्ट आए, इसने सुसाइड कर लिया, उसने सुसाइड कर लिया. बहुत ज्यादा your expectations are much more. People don't give time to themselves. Sometimes, these days it is discussed that children are even exposed to the failures, not only to the success. So you should know how to deal with your emotional liabilities. And I think if you have a supportive family who can stand with you in time, uh, I think these things can be prevented. Like, a person, if emotionally supported, up till a many this thing, much up to much limit, such things can be, depression can be prevented, or maybe can be kept in control. Yeah, this is a psychological parameter of depression. But depression is associated with some neurotransmitter deficiencies also, which have to be taken care by a medical professional only, with medication. Unless and until medical part, pharmacological part is taken care of, psychological parameter has a limit. So both have to go in hand to deal with the situation. It's not, I mean, it cannot be either and or, it has to be together.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, what will be the message that you would like to convey to our readers and viewers?
To small to the younger generation, I'll just like to say that you have to be focused and persistent, and definitely you will achieve whatever you like, whatever you have planned in your life. But everybody should have a goal. If you're not having a goal, definitely diffuse approach will not lead you to anything. You have to have a goal and just be focused, persistent. And our younger generation, it is if they're studying, they just leave everything. But as I said, health is involves physical, mental, and social well-being. So you have to actually make a timetable so that even you can have a physical activity part, even socializing part, and they both actually will help you in achieving your goal, not wasting your time.
Ma'am, very beautiful thought. So, heartiest thank you for spending your valuable time and sharing your experience with us. I hope viewers will definitely find out solution for every small and big problem in every situation after getting inspired by you. We must keep ourselves encouraged from such great person like Dr. Gunjan. And ma'am, you are a real hero and inspiration for everyone. We should learn to work hard and no matter what lives and just keep going. Thanks to the audience, I'll be bringing more stories to keep your spirits high. Till then, you can write back to me at shatiwari08@gmail.com and stay connected to my blog stories by shatiwari.blogspot.com and YouTube channel My Wings of Perception. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hello. It's really, I'm really impressed the way uh, at this age you are actually conducting with a, I mean, it's nice talking to you.
Thank you. Actually, the motive of doing is to make people lighten their mind and to make them happy and to make their inner selves happy, basically, so that they can express their views.
Even the thought is good.
Thank you.
Hmm. Hey, that's really good. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.